whose skill is fighting, she drops it into Bridget's room because Bridget at the end of the season 1, she goes, I'm gonna baptize the character. Like, I forget what his name is, and she's in her underwear, and the blue haired character comes in when the male character comes in, and it automatically becomes this competition, or like it's like, oh, you're gonna try to get it on with him, huh? Well, I can be sexier than you, and she strikes some pose, and then for some no apparent reason, this sparks a competition with them where she goes, oh no, I'm going to top that, and she basically takes off her top and throws it in the air, and you don't even see, her topless. I'm like, damn it, why did they not do that? I mean, this is a fan service. Give fan service to us, and it's left open. It's like, who was going to win over who? And then they just basically wrap it up with, implying that a season 2 can happen. Which they better damn well make a season 2. Because I need my freezing fix, damn it. Either that or the manga, which I can't seem to find. Or both. Probably, if I can get my hands on the manga first, that'll be a good, tie over. Because there's 13 volumes? Note to self, rewatch Freezing.
Well, on one interesting note, Samurai 7's coming to an end on Adult Swim pretty soon. It's 4 episodes left. So
I hear crickets.
I'm hoping for One Piece. Uncut, you bastards. Give me my One Piece.
And Dragon Ball Kai. Uncut.
Just replace Bleach and Naruto and give us One Piece and Dragon Ball Kai, and eventually get rid of Thundercats and throw the new Sailor Moon, and I'm happy.
Oh yeah, well, Sailor Moon's coming out this year, right?
Yeah, the new season. It's gonna be released worldwide.
I might check it out, even though I'm not really a fan of Sailor Moon, but I always want to get into it to an extent.
I haven't even gotten the manga yet for Sailor Moon.
It's a good manga. It really is. It's much better than the anime.
to me, the original anime is non-existent.
The original anime?
Yeah, where it's censored. I heard that the transformation sequences were edited to make it kiddish.
The thing is, the dubs. The first problem is the dubbing was terrible for both Deke and Cloverfield. Had horrible dubbing.
I'm just going to say this. I actually made a mistake in one of my commentaries where I stated that that Deke turned two of the characters from Sailor Moon into lesbians into cousins. That was Clover, by the way, not Deke, like I stupidly said.
Yeah, but nah, that's a mistake a lot of people make, actually. But the thing is, though, what's funny is that even with all their fucking mistakes that Deke made, the series still has such problems with it. The original anime has a lot of problems.
Just like the 4-kid version of Sonic X.
I've never seen that.
And I'll say,
trust me, it sucks in the Japanese version as well.
And I'll say this right now: the filler in Sailor Moon is worse than the filler in Dragon Ball Z. And I do mean that. The filler gets really bad in Sailor Moon.
Well, give some examples there of the filler.
Here's basically they'll do the same premise over and over again. Let's do the Dark Circus one. Dark Circus Saga. Basically, it's these 3 people sitting at a bar. 2 guys, one is a cross-dresser, but they treat her like a girl in the censored version, but she's actually a he, and he's a cross-dresser.
Ew.
Yeah, that's one thing. So they basically have to find Pegasus, so what they do is they basically go trying to find girls with dreams, and every episode, the Sailor Guardians conveniently meet the person that the bad guys are going after her. So they meet them, and it's pretty much like, here's what happens. They meet them, Then one of the villains comes in, says, and takes him away, checks the dream. The scouts come, guardians, I mean. The guardians come. Then some stupid henchman comes forth and goes, I'm going to stop you, Sailor Scouts, and does some stupid trick, some stupid thing that really doesn't really hurt the scouts. And the guardians beat him, beat this henchman. He leaves. And then the next episode, the same thing happens. It rinses and repeats itself way too much.
So basically, it's more like a watered down, idiotic version where it's like there's no elaborate growth to the characters. It's like, oh, we just happen to meet the characters that we're supposed to save.
Pretty much. The first season actually is the best at what they do, though. That was the one that was actually the most well done of all the groups. All the seasons. The first season with Queen Bear and all of them. That's the best one. But the manga is so much better. It's done so much better than the anime. The original author who did the manga, was pissed with the anime. She was just like, wow, you bastards fucked up my series so badly.
So the manga it's nowhere like the anime at all. It's different except for the characters. The characters are pretty much the same, right?
Somewhat. What's her name? Chibiusa in the anime I can't stand her in the anime, but in the manga she's done much better. She's not a complete little stuck-up snobby brat. In the anime she's a little fucking brat I hate. Manga she's really a lot nicer, she's a lot sweeter. She's still a bit of a brat, but she's better. They did a better job with her in the manga.
Did it ever say why? Because in the anime, I know that she's the daughter of the character Texero Mask and Sailor Moon in the future, and she comes back to the past and she utterly hates Serena, but she loves Darien.
Holy shit! Sailor Moon ripped off Back to the Future.
Oh no, not love. I'm talking about like adore, not in love, but
Oh,
you
okay, okay.
because
Again, I'm not even a fan of Sailor Moon, so I have to make that opportunity joke right there.
Because speaking of that whole love thing, I mean, this is something that knocked me for a loop. Is that when Back to the Future was first being made, the Zemeckis, they sent it to Disney. It's like, will you make this? And they're like, you've got the son from the future going to the past, and his past mother is in love with him, and she kisses him in the car. That's incest. But then, Blank Check, which is a kids movie, at the end of it, the little 9-year-old kisses a 20-something woman at the end on the lips.
Yeah, that's not pedophilia at all.
It's like
Disney, fuck you.
Yeah. Disney was really fucked up back in the 90s.
Hey, they made some great
cartoons.
cartoons.
In the 90s when they actually generally pissed off the Native Americans with Pocahontas. Yes, I went there.
Oh, it's Disney. They enjoy pissing people off. Remember who originally owned Disney?
Who?
A former Walt Disney. He was a former Nazi supporter.
What?
That's actually more of a rumor rather than it actually happened. I mean, they've been speculating. Many people have been accusing Disney of being a Nazi, being a communist over because of I think the what's it called, the group, I think it was called the Film Actors Group or something, that Disney was a part of was that they were a bunch of communists, and Disney did not want to be involved in it, so he said fuck it and just moved on from there. That's what most people actually accused them of, being a Nazi and anti-Semitic over something, over what happened. I do my research a lot on Disney.
The only thing I've heard with Disney back in the day was that they would have these subliminal messages where they would be throwing in things involving sex, like when Simba in the Lion King when he's growing up, I think this is I don't know if this is before or after, but he relaxes on top of a cliff, and I don't know if it's flowers or dust, but it goes up.
I think it was flowers. I think I know where you're going.
Yeah, and it looks like it's spelling out sex. But the studio's saying no, it's spelling out SFX, special effects, and other little nods to some people are implying that it's trying to put in that messaging to kids on sex, but not really getting it.
Oh my God! Disney's actually promoting sex to our children. We must hide this movie from our kids. Yeah, people take this shit way too fucking seriously. But then again, that message. Then again, these letters were actually are written so blurry that it might as well spell like sex. So yeah, I think I could actually understand where they're coming from with this, but I think in the special edition they actually added more pollen or flowers to hide the letters in it.
Well, there's two types of censorship. The type that is necessary and the type that is unnecessary. Anything done by 4Kids is unnecessary censorship.
They turn a black guy into a white guy.
They changed an entire name from Tokyo Moo to Moo Power.
Moo Power. Oh my! I have no idea what that means.
Power, but still, you're right.
And then I watched Moo Power. I watched the 4Kids version, which was the bad dub, which was obvious. Sean Shamel is in that movie. Is in Moo Power.
Goku was in a 4Kids production.
Yeah.
And he was also a voice actor for 4Kids anyway.
And not to mention that he voiced the character in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Zeal. I saw the first episode at one point, and he plays the fat kid that's a friend of the main character.
Well, in Moo Power, he played an environmentalist, animal lover. I was just like, wow, that is really out of place for him. And I felt bad for him, too, because the scripting was terrible in that show. I was like, he really has to say those lines? I feel bad for him.
And I'm surprised he does 4Kids. I mean, his career has jumped through the roof after Dragon Ball Z. He's best known for playing Goku. Why would he... Is he under contract to do shitty shows, or
I believe so.
Like it's like you're doing this show, so since you're in Dragon Ball, you got to go and do this.
Ugh, I feel bad for him and Lisa Ortiz. They're both such great voice actors, yet they get screwed.
You know, I will say this in regarding to 4Kids, they're pretty much gone at this point. Well, then again, they've actually reorganized, and now they reorganized and moved from New York to Delaware, and now there's some sort of a licensing company that I don't know what they're going to license. But regardless of that, I don't think that 4Kids is ever going to touch anything anime related again.
Probably not. No, they start going after video games now.
Oh,
What?
yes.
4Kids gets their hands on Mass Effect.
Or they could actually be like, what's that video game company that appeared in the 80s and 90s that made all these shitty movie-based video games,
LJN.
like Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street and Back to the Future.
LJN.
LGN.
That's it.
No, it's like they get hands on Mass Effect. We have to censor this now. Okay, Commander Shepard cannot have guns, and we have to remove these aliens with Americans. Yes, move it with the Americans. Good, and we'll change the guns to Super Soakers.
Oh, it's like, speaking of Mass Effect, is that franchise any good?
Oh, it's a great franchise.